I was adopted in July 1988 from El Salvador. El Salvador had been going through a pretty terrible civil war. You know, from what I always thought, the terms of my adoption were, pretty normal. I was adopted by a family in New Jersey. I grew up in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and as far as I knew, it was just a normal adoption, and it's completely consensual, and that's what I understood it to be.
When did you start looking for your biological mother?
My wife was really intrigued about my adoption, and she started doing some research, and she found an organization named Pro Busqueda, that stands for Pro Search, and the more she dug, the more she found out that this was really a human rights issue, and that there was a lot of parents that were told they were giving their kids up temporarily until the war was over, or in some cases had no idea that they were even going to lose their children. And I think that's what triggered her to really start searching. And so we submitted some DNA, and it took about over 2 years until we finally heard something that they had a possible match.
How did it feel when you were notified that they had found her?
It was a really surreal feeling. I never thought this day would come, so I couldn't believe it. So we did our first Skype chat, whatever you want to call it, February 20th, so not too long ago. And I don't get nervous about much. That's not one of, I'm not a nervous person, but the night before I was very nervous. I didn't know what sort of emotions I was supposed to feel. I didn't know what a proper reaction to seeing your biological mother for the first time in 27 years should be. And once I saw her, it was really emotional.
Hi.
Hola. Hola, amor.
How are you guys doing?
Soy tu madre. Siempre decía este momento. Te amo mucho.
But now that I've had some time to let it settle in, it's probably the greatest feeling I've ever had.
What would it feel like to be able to reunite with her and the siblings you found out you still have in person?
I think that would complete this journey. Being able to actually hold my mother, letting her see for her own eyes that I've got a good life, and even under the circumstances of this adoption, that and all the heartache that she went through, that this wasn't all terrible, and that we can't necessarily change what's happened. We can't take back the last 27 years, but we can move forward and really, start to enjoy our lives together, and hopefully heal some of that hurt that she's had for so long.
Bueno, yo estoy feliz porque quiero que el día que esté mi hijo en persona conmigo, estrecharlo en mis brazos, darle un abrazo, y que llegar el momento para verlo en persona, para estrecharlo en mis brazos. Esos son mis mayores deseos, y siempre dándole gracias a Pro Busqueda, porque al final llegamos a nuestro sueño, aunque no lo he visto en persona, pero yo espero en Dios verlo y estrecharlo en mis brazos.
What are you hoping to achieve?
So, we're hoping to raise money to give my mother and a couple of my siblings, visas, and to make their way to America so that she can meet her grandkids. She can meet my wife. Obviously, she can meet me. And we need help. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. I don't know how long it's going to take. We're shooting for this summer, so if anybody could help, family, friends, people that have known me for a long time and seen the journey I've been down, you know, it would just be great to have some help.